What is up, Tiger Faithful? Great to see all your hopefully smiling faces here on Wednesday afternoon. I'm Tyler Springs, and you're watching Typhoon Streams, where we break down all things sports talk from a Memphis angle. And I think the biggest story of the weekend, no doubt about it, is a 49-23 loss by the Memphis Tigers on the road at Mississippi State, where they had to weather a 2-hour and 16-minute rain delay, and they did not do so in the best of fashions. Memphis in that contest lost handily, and they were not in the contest start to finish, and we're going to go over a couple of the reasons why they lost. But I'm going to get to the biggest reason first. These three words are going to be the best friend for the Memphis offense, not only in the game coming up against Navy, but also in any game going forward this season compared to what you saw on Saturday evening in Starkville. Are the words your guess? Better form tackling? That wasn't the one I was going to go with. No. What else could you pick? Forcing more turnovers? Nope. Wasn't going to pick that one. The words I picked were third and manageable. The Tigers simply could not get to third and manageable on a consistent basis, so their offense could not move the football. If you don't have the ability to gain 5 yards on 2 plays, if you get to 3rd and 5, how are you expected to gain 5 yards on 1 play? The offense, I think, especially in the first game of the year, isn't going to have a ton of that confidence, particularly with a lot of new guys in new spots, along the offensive line and also in the receiving core. And you just didn't do that often enough in order to get the offense going. And Seth Hennigan struggled. So third and manageable is the operative phrase for why Memphis lost to Mississippi State. Check this out. They were 0 for their first 7 on third downs, okay? Part of the reason that is true for the Tigers this past Saturday is because they didn't have a third down that was shorter than 5 yards until I think their 9th drive of the game, maybe. They certainly had some drives where they picked up first downs, but it was not on a third down. So for the Tigers, it's great that they're getting some first downs from their, play calling on first down and second down. But if you find yourself in 3rd and 5 or more often than not, that's going to put pressure on your offense. And Memphis didn't respond the way it needed to on those critical third downs. So obviously that's something that Tim Cramsey's offense has got to fix. He said it himself. It's not a first half that any offense could have against any team in the FBS and be able to be okay. They've got to do a better job. They had 5 first downs on their first 9 drives, okay? Mississippi State had 5 first downs on its first drive of the contest. That's how bad it was for the Tiger offense. And they didn't have a third down with less than 5 to go until the last 5 minutes of the fourth quarter. That's simply too long to wait for your offense to get a conversion opportunity that is easy on them. And that stinks, but that was certainly the way it went on Saturday. So you see the hats I've got here in the background, repping the Bluff City. But unfortunately, today, you have to wear this hat because that is what Memphis looked like on Saturday evening, and you hope that's not what they look like come Saturday afternoon against the Navy midshipmen. Now, how do they do that? There are going to be a couple of things that are going to be essential for Memphis' success against Navy, and that includes getting better tackling from your defense. Jalen Allen, who was the team's leading tackler, said it himself. We worked on tackling a lot in the preseason, and we're going to work on it some more this week, I'm pretty sure. That's certainly true. Allen, even being the guy leading the tackling effort, was not enough for the defense on Saturday against Mississippi State. You saw a lot of guys who missed tackles. You saw the first touchdown play. I think Greg Rubin went for the pass breakup, was a tad late, didn't get it, couldn't wrap up the receiver. And then you saw, I believe it was the pursuit by Josh Hastings or Ladarian Polk. I think it was Ladarian Polk, actually. His pursuit angle was such that it was a bad route to the guy with the football, and he cut in front of Tyler Murray as he was trying to do so. So not only did Polk end up missing the tackle on a diving attempt, but he also ran in front of Murray so that Murray didn't have an opportunity to get that guy on the ground before the receiver got into the end zone for State's first touchdown. And that was kind of emblematic of a lot of the game. A lot of guys diving at knees, feet, shins, a lot of arm tackle attempts that were unsuccessful. So you got to have better tackling for the Memphis Tigers, and there's got to be some kind of pressure up front. I think it's different, obviously, against a Navy team that's going to run the football predominantly to control the clock. But you got to be able to control the line of scrimmage, whether it's the other team trying to run the ball or the other team trying to pass the football. And on Saturday against Mississippi State, it was Memphis trying to put some pressure on Will Rogers. They did some different things. If you kind of went play-by-play with Matt Barnes before that weather intermission and then after that weather intermission, but regardless of what was tried, they certainly did not try enough. And I think at the end of the game, Rogers had some of his better stats. You don't expect the opposing quarterback to go 9 of 10 for 2 touchdowns in the fourth quarter when he's already up big. Maybe you want to blame that on fatigue or whatever, but it's not a great look for your defense when you've already been beaten about the head kind of a lot on Saturday evening. So that was certainly tough for the Tigers, and you want better for them on Saturday against the Navy midshipmen. So in 3 words, why did Memphis lose to Mississippi State? Third and manageable. Downs they could not get to. They've got to get to those against Navy and against every other team in the country against whom they want to have any kind of success. So that's the name of the game for right now. We'll have a little more Tiger content for you upcoming this week. I'm Tyler Springs. This is Typhoon Streams. Hopefully I don't have to wear this freaking hat anymore.